All right, all right, Shalom. Want to say call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at GMS that rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Hamashah. Brother was doing a lesson the other night on Tuesday, live Tuesday. I was there taking care of some business as well, but I was on this, listening to the video. I was there, and the brother was reading right here in the Second Peter's 3, and it triggered me to want to make a statement, and the spirit had me to remember that, and I'm just gonna get right into it. Because these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with your punk-ass podcasts, with your fucked up opinions, with your fucked up mindsets, and you think you know what's going on, you know, the flood actually happened for real, in real life, right? So if you spiritual, you will understand this. But if you don't, it doesn't even matter because the Lord coming for the elect of his people anyway, the 144,000 and 1/3 of some men, women, and children. So this is only for the serious-minded men and some of the sisters out there that's sick of this fucking country, that's sick and tired of all this shit that's happening around the world, and here again in this country, not having anything, no money, no status. You know, you niggas get a podcast, get a little money, you happy, but this cracker, this devil, the Edomites, Edom, which is Edom Esau, still got his foot on your fucking neck. But you out here scoffing and playing games when the men of the Lord, beginning with the apostles and the elders and the bishops, and the men on down out here risking their lives, freedom to do so, like Elder Malcolm would say back in Chicago, to give you this wisdom and knowledge and understanding and to break down in the scriptures. Because you see ICE going door to door now. Again, I kept saying the time of Jacob's trouble, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, this shit's going to intensify. And if you haven't been working on your spirit, your spiritual side of your life, you haven't been building a relationship with Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, and understanding the truth and understanding what lies before you, you about to get Peter rolled out here, man, on some real harsh like shit, because it's all the anger and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Abishai. So get straight to it. 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant, talking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You think you know what? You think you know spirituality when you don't. Now the Bible says you have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You're very ignorant when it comes to the scriptures and the times we're living in. You can tell when it's about to rain, when it's about to snow. You can tell a lot of earthly things, but you don't understand the spiritual things, man. You can't discern the times that we're living in. You don't see that this devil is coming down with the sea hip. You don't see that he's finna start throwing people in concentration camps more. He's been doing it. The cities is about to break down, man. Martial law is about to take place, probably before this year is out. So you willingly are ignorant of Yahweh Bashem Abishai, for this they willingly are ignorant. For this they are willing ignorant of that by the word. You ignorant of the words of Yahweh Bashem Abishai. That's what caught my attention. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water. You are ignorant of the words. So when Noah came on the scene, he spoke the words of Yahweh Bahashim Habashai. And what happened? He brought the flood in, man, not to jump the gun. That by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, meaning the rulership back then of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water, because they flooded the earth, man. Whereby, and only Noah and his family was delivered on an ark, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, because the words of Yahweh Bashem Abishai. And real quick, I'm gonna get this. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 9. Because it's nothing for Yahweh Bahashim Abishai to put the spirit upon his men to go out and bring this system down. It's nothing for him to do that. But Yahweh Shai is going to come back with the angels and do that. Because it is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai that set this devil up in rulership today. This place was given into the hand of the wicked, like it speaks in the book of Job 9:24. So Wisdom of Solomon 12:9 says, not that thou wasn't unable to bring the ungodly. Who is the ungodly? The elite families, these heathen nations, man. So it wasn't so, not that thou wasn't unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous. Who is the righteous? The Israelites, the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, that have been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet. But now the Lord is gathering his people back unto him by the words, man. By breaking down the scriptures, by using the internet to spread this gospel, this good news unto those that's afflicted, to those who have a contrite spirit, and to those that sigh and cry for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof, man. You see, who's sick of seeing this crap on TV, alphabet people raising your children up in school, teaching them in the bathroom. Hell, you can't even go in the bathroom without motherfuckers trying to, of the opposite sex coming to the bathroom with you, man. This place is demonic, man. The Lord is systematically bringing this place down by his words. So the things that's happening on this planet Earth, these are not random events. It's because this is the boomerang effect, a boomerang effect from the words of Yahweh Bashim Abishai. They go out, now the words are coming back. He says, word doesn't come back void. And the Lord told his people, told his prophets, the apostles and the elders and the bishops and the men on down, give them warning from me. The Lord is sending his men out to warn you of what's about to take place and what's about to come, man. But you still want to go to your cigar lounges and shit. You think you got time. You don't believe in the scriptures. Well, that's your motherfucking fault. You will have a remnant that's going to believe the words of Yahweh Bashim Abishai, man. Not that thou wasn't unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts. He could put the spirit on rough animals to come tear these so-called modern day kings up, man, or anyone that's in power. Instead, what is he doing? But that thou wasn't unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle. See, in the battle, he could put the spirit upon men in battle to bring the enemies down, man, or to destroy them at once with a cruel beast, or with one rough word. The words that we speaking is rough, and it's causing a disruption in the planet Earth, and it's causing these things to take place, man. So there's no such thing as a coincidence and random events. The things that's happening on the planet Earth is biblical, it's prophetic. It's the words of Yahweh Bahashim Abishai, man. You see? And also right here, I'll go back over here, I'll go stay in that. But what's this? Hosea. All right. Let me find it real quick. 6 and 5. That's why I don't want to come take the men of the Lord off the streets. GMS, because the mother groups are not teaching anything about the Sihib, about martial law, about you have enemies, that the so-called white men eat of Esau. They're not saying anything, man. They wasting their time out there, man. They want to debate, but here it is. ICE is going door to door now. You see? Trump, hell, I saw a video that said about midterm elections, man, gonna have damn near troops all over the place in America, man. See, this is prophetic. A man should see Second Ezra is really hitting. Second Ezra chapter 4. Second Ezra chapter 4, 8, 9. Man, it's really hitting. And some things in Second Ezra in the Apocrypha has already came to pass, man. But nonetheless, a man, chapter 15, chapter 16, hell, I would listen to the GNT in one of them, man. It's cold, man. Like, how can the man of the earth understand the things in the spirit? So you have to have a spiritual mindset to understand what's really going on this planet Earth, man. I forget how it was. Matter of fact, let me see, can I find it real quick? Hold on one second. If you're not spiritual, you're going to understand this. See, this is Second Ezra 4 in the GNT. The human mind cannot understand the ways of Yahweh Bashim Abishai, man. You can't understand the Most High ways, because the Most High haven't supped with you to let you in on his secret, because he said he gave his secret unto his servants, the prophets. They will only understand the mindset of Yahweh Bahashem Abshai to the measurement that he give each man to understand, man. I was like, wow. But then to read this in the GNT, and I was going to bed listening to this. It was heavy, man. I was like, wow, you know. But back over here, this is Hosea 6:5. Therefore have I hewn them down by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth through his prophets, beginning with the apostles and the elders and the bishops and the men on down. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. I mean, this truth is going forth, man. And it's bringing sight to the blind, man. This light. Once you get this understanding, you have been illuminated. And you see what's going on the spiritual level. So the Lord sent his prophets out to cut you into pieces, man. With only his words. Remember, it wasn't that he wasn't unable to give, power to the righteous to bring down the ungodly. But instead with one rough word, roughly paraphrasing, the wisdom of Solomon 12:9. So just by words alone is causing things to be disrupted here on the planet Earth, man. And you people don't even see it because you're not spiritual. You haven't been given the light to see it and understand it. Nonetheless, the prophets is cutting these devils, the elite families, and all these rulers. Look, the apostles and the elders, the bishops, and the men on down, beginning with the apostles and elders and the men right before us, they've been telling these elite families that this is about to take place. So the men of the Lord prophesying to these devils, man, letting them know what everything that's going on now is going to happen. It's just the words of Yahweh Mashiach, which is Yahweh Shah, because he comes in the volume of the book. Now this words is causing the disruption on the planet Earth. It's having that boomerang effect. Now you see things in your mind, you think they're random events. They're not random events. It's the words of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. You see? I sent my prophets to cut you to pieces, to slaughter you with my words, with judgments as inescapable as light. You can't, if you're in a dark space and you turn that light on, that light is going to overtake the darkness. So this light, meaning this wisdom and knowledge and understanding the scriptures, is really foreshadowing or basically taking over control of the darkness of this world, because this light is shining from the ancient times. So when Noah, Abraham, you see all the prophets back then, that light is still that light has extended over to these times. So it's overshadowing the darkness, man, and it's exposing everything that this wicked rulers of this time is doing, what they've been doing, and everything is coming to a head, man. And judgment is coming behind that, because the light is being shed upon the wickedness. Therefore have I hewn them down by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth, man. Just so the truth going forward, judgment is going forward as well, right behind it, man. You see? Because right here also, where in the book of Matthew, chapter 24:14, what it says, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, because it's red letter. And this gospel, meaning this good news of saying you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You've been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet, right? The Lord discontinued our heritage pursuant to Jeremiah 17:4 because of the disobedience, right? And being stiff-necked and hard-headed unto the Lord our power, to Yahweh Bashem Shai, by breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, we caused a major disrespect, or a great offense, as I like to say, through the spirit, man. We caused a great offense before Yahweh Bahashem Shai to put us in this situation. Now we're in a situation now that the Lord has gave his secret into his service to prophets, where he's shedding his light upon all his wickedness, man. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached unto all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. The gospel, how else you get the gospel? You have to read it, you have to speak it. So just off of words of alone, which is Yahweh Shai, who comes in the volume of the book, is causing this to take place, man. So Yahweh Shai is back spiritually at the end of the day. Now, the internet is helping to broadcast this throughout the four corners of this planet. Again, now you see the disruption of the words that we speaking. why everything is happening on the planet. It's not just random events, man. The angels are working on the minds of these top families, man. You see? An example of the words Noah and the flood. And how much so now, those same words that we speak in is another example here in the book of 2 Peter's 3 and 7. It says what? But the heavens and the earth, which are now, the current rulership therein. 2 Peter 3 and 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store. Being kept in store the whole time. Since King Abba Bivens, King Mashah, High Priest Ariyah, beginning with those men, and now you men see before you today a great millstone, and now the men are now. It's that time now. Now it speaks about World War 1, 2, and 3 in the scriptures. And the third will come quickly. So therefore, this message, at one time, it lied dormant, if you will, until the 60s, when Abba Bivens, for what our elders and apostles tell us, you know, and then you got King Mashah, our priest Ariyah, and now the apostle you see before you in the bishops now, been with the apostles for years now, decades now. And now the men on down, the Lord has started to bring into this walk. We speak in the same word that has been kept in store. Because at one time, say back in the 30s and 40s, from that all the way back, we didn't know who he was. You see? So it was kept in store until an acceptable year that the Lord was going to have men that's going to be the forerunners of to teach you about the 12 chart sign. Everything came out of one West, man. And if it wasn't for one West, we wouldn't even have this truth. We have this understanding if it wasn't for the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Abishai. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Because what? The ancient world was destroyed by water. Now it's being reserved by fire, man. Those are two examples that, speaking the words of Yahweh Bashem Abishai, right? What caused the flood and what's happening now, where the Lord's bringing this thing unto the third world's war, where it's going to be burnt up by fire, nuclear destruction that's going to take place on the planet, man. You see, the middle over in Israel, and this place going to be decimated. This place going to be nothing but a big ass desert, just off of the words. But then when Yahweh and the angels start to come crack those clouds, it's really going to be on. Until then, the words is making things happen on the planet Earth to the point it's going to be civil unrest, people thrown in concentration camps, and a man should desire to go into another city and cannot. You read the book, read the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras 15, chapter 15, chapter 16, chapter 4. Man, it's really getting in, you know. So we're here to bring warning unto you. The Lord said to give them warning for me. I think that's Ezekiel 3:17, to give them warning. So we giving you warning of the words of Yahweh Bashem Abishai, and now the words are making things. Now everything that we've been praying, all the curses we've been putting up on this place and around the world, now we're starting to see the effect of the words we've been speaking. How much more the apostles before us and the bishops, and then the men that came in, and now be able to see these things. Like, this is happening in real time, man. So we were supposed to have been building up our faith the whole time, because we knew this day was going to come. So to be playing around and lollygagging and being comfortable in these times is not the place to be. That's not the mindset to have, man. It's time to make yourself to be uncomfortable, because you're gonna be forced to be uncomfortable when all hell break loose. Your ass ain't, you're gonna be at work and can't go home. Then what? You got your clothes on for work. Then when shit get crazy, you trying to get home. It's a major traffic jam to people get out their cars, start walking and shit. Cars could be running out of gas on these highways and freeways. Then once you go, you're not gonna be able to go home. Then now you gotta walk through a terrain. We don't know how to read maps and shit. Like, man, these times gonna be crazy, but nonetheless, we have to pray and trust and believe in what we've been taught, and trust and believe on the report that was given unto us, man. The Lord got us in the spiritual war room, giving us this report. You see? And he's gonna carry out his mission. And we need to sit there and wait and understand and realize that faith and repenting and turning from your ways, man, your sinful ways. And this was happening. So this by the same word. Why? Because look, right here in Jeremiah 51, I'm gonna end it on here. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, Yahweh, that made all the earth drunken, the nations, because this devil came with his philosophies and got the world drunk off of it. They accepted what he had to offer, and now the world is mad and they spitting that shit back out. Now they want to detach themselves from it. That's why it went down to Venezuela and so on and so forth, man, with Iran, and you see what I'm saying? So Babylon, which is America, Babylon in Hebrew is Babal, meaning confusion. So this place is confused, man. It's people living in a confused state of mind. So Babylon, this place, America, has been a golden cup. If you got you got 100 cups. And out of this 100 cups, you got a pure gold cup. It's going to outshine all those other ones. You're going to keep your eye. Now, you see the other cups, but that one golden cup you see, you go like, man. So this place has been a golden cup into the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's been watching this since day one. You see? Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth and drunken. The nations have drunken. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. They don't want to trade oil and dollars anymore, and so on and so forth, man. So now you're going to see all kind of shit happening on the planet because it's the words of Yahweh Bashim Shai. One rough word is causing a major disruption in the planet Earth, man. And it's all centered around prophecy because it's all about prophecy. In the book of Revelation, speak about our Lord is about the spirit of prophecy. And that's what you're seeing happening before you today. So Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, I shall say, Shalom.